Hi, you guys. This is Renata. I am answering a listener's question, and this is what she said. She says, "Hi, Renata. Can I have your advice? There's always some perp knocking on my outside gate to ask something. I know it's a perp because if I ask someone to fix something in my home or someone I know, they will come and knock at the gate, but not someone that I don't know. So I instantly know that it's a perp. I read some article about where they said they would knock on your door to get your attention. But how do I respond to it? Do I need to answer them or not? Absolutely not. You know, that's one of the things that we do still have in our control, whether we respond or whether we keep quiet. If you want to say something, then absolutely say something. But I will tell you now that if you do, it will probably increase because that will be a sign to them that that is really getting to you. And of course, because these are Satanists that we're dealing with, that's their whole goal is to find things that get under your skin. So by responding to them, you will probably give them the cue that this is what we want to keep doing. Okay, but when I say don't respond, I also want you to know that there are times where you will need to respond to some things. But make sure you respond and not react because there is a difference. Reacting is, you're going off. Responding is well thought out and you're just, saying how you feel. There are times where you have to do that, you know. So I'm gonna put this in the category of annoyances because there's a lot of annoying people that the TI has to deal with, a lot of annoying situations. And we are probably the most patient people on this earth because of all the crap that we put up with. And we just kind of rise above. We rise above a lot of things because people do a lot of things to us, but most of them are annoyances. Now, we all have experience with annoying people because we have annoying family members, we have annoying friends, we have annoying coworkers. Annoyances are just there. So we just have to learn how to deal with them. Now, go back to the FBI article that I read on the video. I think that video is called Structure of the Stalking Networks or something like that. And I did it not that long ago, so it should be easy to find. And it was in 4 parts. In that article, which by the way has since been removed from the internet, I can't find it anywhere anymore. So I guess they took it down after I did that video. However, one of the things that article said was how the FBI, which I believe that's who we're dealing with here with this stalking stuff, that they will send people to your door disguised or maybe they really are like religious organizations. I don't want to call out the Jehovah Witnesses as being perps, but I know that it is common that they will come to your house. But there are other religious groups as well that will come to your door. So in that article, it said how the FBI will send these types of groups, and not only religious groups, but other types of people to your door, and they'll like take your picture and things like that, and you don't know it. So it could be that. It could just be just perp stuff. I get that kind of stuff too. I just ignore it. I rarely get up and go to my door. I just leave them out there. Just leave them out there ringing the door or whatever they're going to do because I don't even want to be bothered. If you can get a video camera for the outside of your house, even if you live in an apartment, you can still get those and you can get them pretty cheap now. That would be good because you won't even have to get up to see who's at your door. You can just look. They have apps where you can see what's happening around your house through your cell phone, or you can have it mounted in your house somewhere. So that would be really good. I mean, if you want to say something to them, then by all means do. But just know that you definitely don't have to because you already know what it is. I mean, if it's happening time and time again, then it's definitely some perp activity. So if you have not listened to that video, then please do, because that video really explains a lot about how these perp groups are structured and what their end goal is and things like that. But they are definitely trying to annoy you. They're trying to get under your skin. Um, and they're trying to look for things that will really get to you. Now, when you're dealing with these annoyances have the ability to get you angry, because that those annoyances just kind of fester, especially if you keep getting the same annoyances over and over and over. It will fester, and that's what they're counting on. And before you know it, you cussing somebody out, you hitting somebody, you going off, and that's the reaction that they're looking for. They're basically trying to get a reaction out of you. So, the best thing I can say is to do what TIs do best: rise above, ignore. When you hear them at your gate, try to distract yourself. Um, do something around your house. Just they'll eventually go away. Headphones, you guys, are a great way. I know it seems simple, but it's a really good way to ignore people. I wear mine all the time, whether I'm listening to music or not. It kind of discourages people from even talking to you. And if they do, it's easy for you to play it off, to act like you don't hear them. So I would really recommend headphones for most TIs, especially when you're out in public. Um, Now, with everything being said, if people cross boundaries, then you absolutely need to say something. Now, if these people that's at your gate, if they're just banging on your gate, or kicking your gate or whatever, then yes, you definitely want to address that. I remember when my son was in high school, and I may have said this on another video, I'm not sure, but we had homeschool teachers coming, because you guys know my son was bullied very bad when he was in high school. So we had him homeschooled for a short period of time, and the school district was sending teachers, and most of them seemed nice, but of course they're going to throw some perps in there. So there was one particular teacher. She started off nice, because he had different subjects, so it was different teachers every day, and she started off nice. And then one day, she banged on my window very hard. Now, we have a gate, like you're saying, you have a gate. We have a gate, and we have a doorbell. She chose to bang on the window this particular day. So I said, "Well, why did you bang on the window?" I said, "The doorbell's right there." She said, "Oh, I'm sorry. That's what we do where I live." I said, "Well, we don't do that here, so don't bang on my window again." Well, I know she was lying, because she told me where she lived, and that's a very ritzy, uppity, stuck-up community. So they are not banging on windows over there, believe me. And so I told her not to do it again. Lo and behold, the next day, she banged on the window. And she said, "Oh, I forgot," because I told her again. I said, "Look, I told you to stop banging on my window," because she literally sounded like she was going to break my window. That's why I felt like I needed to say something. And she said, "Oh, I forgot. Remember, I told you we do that by our house." I said, "Well, I'm just the last time I'm going to tell you, don't do it again." Next day, what did she do? She banged on the window. So as soon as she got ready to step into my house, I told her, "You will not be coming in. Your services are no longer needed." And she was shocked. She was just, they don't know what to do when it goes off script, that. So she was shocked. And she said, "What do you mean? Are you firing me? I need to call my boss." I said, "I already called your boss. Okay, so you have a nice life." And I meant that, because I don't have time to play with these people, because what'll happen, what I felt would happen, is they use her to do that. And then the next thing you know, she's doing this, and she's doing that, and she's doing this. And I wasn't having all of that, because these persons, they don't have boundaries. So they keep escalating to different levels. The more you take, the more they're going to do. And so I had to nip that in the bud, and I got rid of her. And I guess that sent a message to the rest of them, because the rest of them stopped herping. But so there will be times where you may feel like you need to say something, but if not, then just try your best to ignore. that because it's not, it's not worth it. And eventually they'll move on to something else. It's just very, very annoying. And we all know some annoying people, so we have experience. We definitely have experience in that area. So that's about all I have to say about that. I hope that it was helpful. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I upload videos. And leave your comments in the comment section. If you ever had to deal with annoying people, leave some sort of advice for this lady. Okay. Thank you guys for listening.